Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and here Naveen is back with a new exciting topic, a new exciting technical topic to talk about. So I had come up with the topic of how Nvidia built the layer of compute, which was essential, super essential for the advancements in AI, which we see all around here today. So what we need to understand is that Nvidia was just a GPU company, a company which built GPU for gamers so that they can play their games smoothly on their computers, on their monitors, and have their entertainment. So that was the sole problem which was solved by Nvidia during its initial time. But from being a gaming market, this switched. Actually, they just made a great leap into the AI field where every AI companies are reliant, are dependent on the GPUs provided by Nvidia to train their AI models. And you might be surprised to know that if Nvidia was not there, the AI revolution that we are seeing all around us would have been delayed by at least a decade. That's the truth. Everything, all the AI advancements that we see all around us was built on the powerful CUDA platform that was developed by Nvidia. Most of the people have no idea, no clarity about it. Yeah, that's the real truth. They provided us the compute, the processing power which we needed. Yeah, the processing capacity. They provided this capability. They built, they researched and developed such a highly problem-solving machines which are capable of doing billions or trillions of multiplications every second. So this is the story of how Nvidia grew into a trillion-dollar mammoth, solving the problems that the AI companies wanted to get solved. So let's get started. So everything started when Jensen Huang realized that the GPUs that they are building are also capable of doing these immense calculations. And these immense calculations are the same exact thing that deep neural networks also need. Because when we are training deep learning networks, deep learning models, the exact same thing is happening. We are billions of matrix multiplications are being done. That's what happens in while rendering the pixels for while playing games, as well as while training ML models, especially deep learning models. So when Jensen Huang realized that, he started thinking like, if we want his GPU to be capable of to be used for training deep learning models, then he should build a compute platform where programmers, where developers can write code to specify how the neural models need to get trained. So that was something revolutionary. So no one thought of any such thing because no, everyone was busy this doing the stuff that actually worked at that time. But it was Jensen Huang who could see the future, who could see the future of AI, the problem that was hidden there. He was actually capable of seeing an opportunity there instead of a problem. This, he developed the CUDA platform. No one believed him when he started this project. He had to convince his investors, his board, his employees, everyone. He had to work hard for that. And even when he introduced it or launched it, no one had ever looked at it because at that time it was such an overcomplicated solution because no one wanted such a solution at that time. But actually, he had built that solution for a problem that would come years after. He was too early into the market. That was the real issue that he had. But he patiently waited, patiently built it. Even though no one wanted to use CUDA, in order to enlarge, to increase the install base, in order to bring the accessibility of CUDA to everyone, He also added CUDA into every GeForce GPUs that they were selling. So this enabled to enlarge the install base of CUDA. This is what enabled Nvidia to build a very large capable computing platform that was essential to build the monopoly of GPUs. So I think you're getting a great idea of it, right? So it is very, yeah, it's very hard to reason to identify what are the real problems that are gonna be need to be solved in the future for which the customers are willing to pay for. But Jensen Huang said that he just used reasoning because the future that he had envisioned was always something that was about to happen for him because he felt like this was inevitable. This should happen. That was what he felt. That's what his reasoning told him because everything that's were happening around him were, were pointing in that direction. Because if all the things are continuing to happen like this, the future that he envisioned is going to happen for sure. So he used the weapon of reasoning to get right about the future. That was something that he pointed out that I really noted. And the other thing about NVIDIA is that regardless of the failures they had, they became a $1 trillion company just because of a single success they made. Yeah, in order to get into this success, in order to tap into this potential or to solve a problem like this, we will have to do a lot of iterations. We will have to do a lot of experiments with a lot of problems. Sometimes some experiments may fail. Yeah, it will fail. It's doomed to be failed. Some experiments are like that. And among many experiments that NVIDIA did or undertook, it was the CUDA platform was just like that, a single venture, a single risk that they undertook, but it actually succeeded. It was something that the world was actually desperately looking for when especially when OpenAI started building their ML model, AI models. So this is something that I realized. We do not want have to be successful in all of the ventures that we start. We just need to be successful at least we just need to be successful once. Once we are successful, that momentum of success will take us through the heaven. It will take us to the limits. That's the key core realization that I had when researching and studying about how Nvidia will do, how their products started selling, how they became $1 trillion business, which is the most valuable business in the world. So I knew that I have a lot to learn from Jensen Huang, the leadership strategies that he took, the way he thought, the frameworks that he had for reasoning about future, the problems that he had to solve for the customers, how he treated his customers, what are the visions that he have for that he has for the future, how he sets up those things. I realized that these are different things that matter as an individual, as a person who is developing my skills in data scientist to become a data scientist, knowing what the industry leaders think is something very crucial because what they think is how the industries move. So if I'm capable of getting into his head to understand what he thinks of future, what he thinks is the what are the things that gonna happen in the future, then it's like getting a shortcut to the future to understand what will happen next. What are the technologies or tools that will really matter? How I can solve the real problems to make myself more valuable. It was a key realization that I had. So I think these are some lessons that you can take to your mind, take to your life so that you can implement it in your life to become more valuable. So yeah, I believe that you got a lot of values, a lot of lessons from this video. And if you do really like it, please subscribe to my video, subscribe to my channel, and comment out what just comes across your mind. If you have some suggestions for me to improve my speaking skills, then just comment it out so that I can work on it. So see you next week with a new exciting tech topic.